What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. My name's Mikey. I think this is just where I'm gonna film from now on. I'm really liking this spot. Anyway, so I'm doing something a bit different today. But first, to address the elephant in the room, I'm wearing makeup, which is not something I do very often. But today I was like, you know what? I want to play with makeup. So I did. But that's not the point of today's video. Today's video is something very different. I am doing something for my senior project that I have to do because I'm a senior in high school. And so for my product, because I have to have an end result of all my research and everything that has been making me miserable for the last year, I am doing video diaries. So my senior project topic is tattoos. So I'm doing video, and my end product is to be getting a tattoo, but also kind of just educating people about tattoos. So that is what today is. So this is my very first video diary, to kind of like document the process and whatnot and stuff that I've kind of been finding as I've been doing this whole shebang. And I know I'm filming this on a Wednesday, which is very odd for me because I try to film on the weekends if I decide to film. But I was just like, it's Thanksgiving break, might as well, right? So I think the first thing I want to do for this video diary is kind of just show you guys what I've got in mind for what I want to get. I'm gonna have to roll up my sleeves for this one as a demonstration. So I drew these back in July. So this was a while ago, June or July. And so the first one I did is Fighter. It's backwards, I know, for you guys probably. I don't know. I'll have to look at the footage later. So I did Fighter, and I'm going to be getting that on the outside about right here of my right wrist. And so the font I've chosen for this one is going to be German Gothic. I thought really long and hard. I was just like, I want a font that is a bit more kind of angular and almost angry looking. And German is actually a very angry language. It's a very harsh language. And so when I found German Gothic, I was just like, that is it. That is what I want. And so then for my next tattoo, I did Lover, which is going to be in the same spot on my left wrist. So it's going to be about right here. And so this is actually going to be an Edwardian script. And the whole point behind these tattoos is that I'm going to, because you know how you often hear people say, oh, I'm a lover, not a fighter. I'm a fighter, not a lover. I don't like making decisions. And here I am making one about the choice to put something on my body. I don't do well when I'm making decisions. So for me, I was just like, this is one choice I don't want to have to make. So I was like, why do I have to pick one? You know, why can't I be both? So it's kind of like going to be like little reminders like, oh, I don't have to be a lover. I don't have to be a fighter. I can be both, which is nice for me, honestly. And so I definitely wanted like different fonts for them because, you know, with Lover, if you hear the way it sounds, it's very kind of, it's a bit more smooth and kind of flows a bit better. So I wanted something that is definitely like more gentle of a font, which Edwardian really is. A classmate of mine, she saw it, she was like, oh, it's like the Taylor Swift album. I love Taylor Swift. And I was just like, yes, I can see how you would get Taylor Swift, but it is not the point behind the tattoo at all. I was just, oops. So I figured that those would be kind of like good tattoos to get for my first couple tattoos, kind of like breaking the ice thing. And so now I'm very awkward talking to a camera. Sweater is itchy. Anyway, so I definitely wanted two different fonts, partially because of the flow of the words and the language and really kind of how they kind of fit together. You know, I want a font that kind of matched the word, so that's what I went with. As well as kind of just like, I chose the outside of my wrist because if I have a thick enough bracelet, I can hide it for work if I have to. Which hopefully I will be able to get a job that will not require me to hide tattoos or not dye my hair, because I have been miserable these last few months without dyeing my hair. Anywhoosie. So yeah, but now I think, now that I've shown you guys and given you guys an idea of what I'm looking for, let's talk about the process. So this process has actually been very educational for me, at least. And I have been, that's saying something given the fact that I have been studying tattoos since I was about 15 and a half, give or take. So a few years now. And to kind of just like get a feel for what I'm looking for and what I like and the styles I like and whatnot. I can tell you right now, I never want to get American traditional. It's too blocky and whatnot for my taste. So, but anyway, so I have actually been in touch with two tattooers from a shop nearby, a local shop. And they have been really good about like answering my questions and whatnot. And I gave them both the same list of questions because I wanted to see how their answers varied. And we're supposed to have experts anyway for our project. So I did. And so I emailed them and they got back to me fairly quickly with their responses. I also asked if they'd be willing to look at these designs and, you know, kind of see what changes they would make to them, what they would do. Unfortunately, it is now looking as though it is company policy that they cannot do that without my making an appointment. And I was really trying not to make an appointment for this, and I made that very clear when I contacted both of them, because I was like, I'm not looking to make an appointment right now. However, one of them said he'd be willing to take a look at my designs and like give me some feedback on them, and I will take whatever feedback I can get. So, and I think I might as well kind of include a bit of the stuff that I have learned over the last couple of years. I'm very awkward trying to do this. This is so weird. Sir, why did you make me do this? But some of the stuff I have learned over the years is that placement is very important when it comes to a tattoo. Because if it doesn't flow anatomically, it doesn't look right. There's a lot of stuff I've learned really over the years. And I really have been paying attention. I stumbled across an episode of Ink Master, and that's what started this whole thing. And then I started seeing videos from Inked, and so, which is having actual tattooers kind of give feedback on other tattoos and whatnot, which has really proven to be educational for me, because I'm like, okay, these are actual tattooers who know what the heck they're doing, and their information, that's information I can probably trust. I'm fidgeting so bad right now. So I've really learned about like placement, like good parts of the body, you know, places that are probably not going to be as painful as other spots. Like the ribs, that is a very painful spot. I don't recommend unless you are really going for it, or are a glutton for punishment. But I've learned quite a bit. I mean, the style of black and gray realism really kind of speaks to me. And it's, for lack of a better word, it's a bit more delicate. And I don't like using that word, but that's the best word I can think of. Which I really like. And I've really learned a lot. And so in asking these tattooers for advice, you know, I'm really kind of thinking about more like placement and what would be good. I'm probably going to ask if we can meet on Zoom for a bit, just to kind of discuss some and whatnot. Kind of get some better insight. But yeah, that is the progress I have been making. And I'm probably going to be posting a few more of these video diaries right up until the end, when my project is done, when I've got the tattoos, hopefully. There's a lot of other stuff that I've got to get done first before I can even consider making an appointment, such as getting a job and getting a paycheck. I need to find a way to pay for these. It was suggested to me that I could go to the school foundation for money, and I was just like, I don't think they'll clear this one. So, and I want to be able to do this all on my own. You know, I started designing these myself. I went to tattooers about these myself. So for me, this is a project I started all on my own, and I want to be able to see it through till the end. You know, I want it to be something that I've worked really hard for, and that has taken like blood, sweat, and tears to get done, but that is because it means so much to me, at least that you know, it's something I do myself, that I don't depend on someone else for, because that's not how it's going to be if I decide to continue getting tattoos for the rest of my life, you know, that, you know, someone else pays for them, because that's just, no. You know, I want to be able to pay for my very first tattoos. So anyway, yeah, it's not much for this video diary, because I didn't know where I was going with this. Leave comments about like suggestions, or if you know anybody who works with tattoos that would be willing to kind of take a look at these and give me some advice about them, I would greatly appreciate it. I get all my comments in my emails, so I will be able to email you guys back, kind of thanking you if you decide that you really do know somebody and you'd be willing to like help me with this. I would greatly appreciate it anyway, at the very least. So yeah, leave a like, leave a comment. I'm just fishing for those comments right now. And subscribe. Like, come on, man. Subscribe. Please. Anyway, bye, guys.